Hi guys, hope you're all okay. Today I have a Sainsburys food haul to share with you. I've just realised I've not got my wedding ring on. I am still married. I've just been doing dishes and cleaning this morning. I don't know if you can hear. Definitely still have my cold, but I'm feeling better. It's all in my throat and one ear, but it's getting easier. Thankfully, Ruben is definitely on the mend. He's still got a slight runny nose. It's not as bad as it was. It's not as gross. But yeah, which is the important thing, that he's feeling better. He has got massive appetite at the moment, so I think he's going through a growth spurt at the same time type thing. But yeah, it's more important that he's feeling better, because obviously he doesn't understand why he's poorly. It's not COVID. It is just a cough. I feel like I have to say that every time I cough. I've been doing flow tests. I've done flow tests every day for the last 5 days. They're all negative. John's been doing them every day before he starts work. His are all negative. I just happen to have a cold that has a cough attached. It's like in my throat and in my ear. John hasn't got a cough. He's just congested, and I say Ruben's got a runny nose, but we're getting better. I don't know if I'm just willing that, but we're getting better. Cherry Pepsi Max for the win. Yeah. Sainsburys Food Haul. Before, this was like £85.44. Yeah, £85.44p, but I've sent things back. I had 9 substitutions. I sent 3 things back. The things I sent back, I ordered lentil crisps, which I really like. They substituted them for vegetable crisps, which I like most of, but they actually substituted it for the ones that have got tomato in, which I don't like, so I sent them back. That's simple. I ordered leeks. They substituted them for parsnips, so they've gone back. And I ordered this air-dried dog treat thing for Darwin and Gilly. They're like strips of duck and beef that are dehydrated or done in an air dryer, I don't know, but they're like healthy. They're like good snacks, and they substituted them for these things that looked a bit like pepperonis, which I'm sure the dogs would have really enjoyed, but the salt content was really high on them, and Darwin has a heart murmur, so we have to be careful with the salt quantity he consumes. You know, he has a special, do you call it kibble? The dry food he has is like special. So yeah, I just know John would tell me off if I gave that kind of treat to Darwin. So they went back. But I kept the other substitutions, so I will show you them as I go along. There was a freebie on the website, but it wasn't available in our store. It was like flavoured full fat milk that came in a glass bottle, or a recycled glass bottle or something. But it wasn't available in our store, so I couldn't have it. Delivery driver was a little bit interesting. So Ruben was awake when the shopping was delivered. I was just lying out, and he started eye rubs, which you've pretty much got 10 minutes to change his bum and get a bottle in him before tired meltdown happens. So I did all of that as quickly as I could, and he went straight to sleep. He didn't even finish the bottle. But he was here when the delivery driver was there, and he tends to stand at the front door and like wave and babble onto them. And she was like, "Oh, he's such a beautiful boy," and I was like, "Oh, thank you." And she's like, "Oh," and then she said how like she's got 3 boys. Oh no, that was it. She goes, "Oh, did you ever want a girl?" And I'm like, I was like, "Oh, you know, as long as they're healthy," type of thing. And she's like, yeah. But then she explained that she's like got 3 boys, and the eldest is a teenager, and the youngest was like 7 or something, or 8, and she always wanted a girl. But you know, she's too old to start now. She's in her late 30s. And I was like, well, you know, I was 38 when I had Ruben. And she's like, "Oh, I didn't mean to cause offence. You don't look that old." And I'm like, the glasses cover up a lot of sin. I am that old. I'm not offended. You know, I've got girls I went to school with, that I went to secondary school with that are now grannies, like, or nanas. I think there are 3 girls from my year that are nanas, and I'm here doing nappies. It's like people do things at different times. No one's right, no one's wrong. It's just what happens, isn't it? And she was like, "Oh, that's a really good way of looking at it." And I'm like, "Okay." And she's like, "Oh, I don't think my husband would be up for the nappy stage again, but accidents happen." And I'm like, hmm. hmm. It's like, yeah, okay. And I just carry on. That's a bigger conversation than what I'm prepared to do right now, but it's not. Obviously, I can't do that. I can't trick John into a second baby. But even if I could, I don't think I would. It's just, accidents do happen. I was an accident. My mum wouldn't say that. My mum would say I'm just a bit delayed, but there's like 13 years in between me and the next sibling up. So, but yeah, bigger conversation than we can have right now. I was like, yeah, okay. And then she was like going, "Would you like a sister? Would you like a sister?" And then she said, actually, was he not? Did you not want children? Like implying that Ruben was a lockdown accident or something. And I was like, "Oh, we very much." And I was like, he's an IVF baby. It just took us a bit longer than everybody else. And her whole demeanour changed, and she started telling me about how one of her neighbours had IVF, and she had loads of miscarriages, because that happens with IVF, doesn't it? Did you have lots of miscarriages? And I'm like, I've been talking to you for about 3 minutes, and it's like lots is a variable comment. And I'm like, I didn't say that. I said, well, different people have different versions of lots, but I did experience miscarriage, but the 2, miscarriage and IVF, don't necessarily go hand in hand. And she was like, "Oh no, yeah, I'd stick to 1 if I was you." And I'm like, she was very nice, and it came from a good place, but I was like, listen to yourself, But yeah, that was my delivery driver. She was actually very friendly, and she was very good with Ruben, but I'm like, I suppose everyone has an opinion. Anyway, I have been rambling on for like 8 minutes. Let's show you the groceries. And there is the overview. We're back on having flowers. As the Christmas decorations are gone, I needed flowers in my window because it's looking a bit bare. So just got carnations. And then if we go over here, loo roll, washing up liquid. Yogurts, not the ones I ordered. I ordered the Paw Patrol ones. They're like a bit smaller, and you get 6, and I think they're all strawberry. These are bigger pots. You get 2 strawberry and 2 raspberry. Ruben likes these. Not really an issue. And then I picked up these suckies again because they're back on offer. I think they're like 50p each at the moment. He really likes giving them to himself. Yeah, I think you can just see there's like a sense of, I'm a big boy when he feeds himself these things. So if he has a yogurt like with breakfast or lunch, he has these. But on a nighttime yogurt, like a dessert after his evening meal, I feed it to him because this is too much like hard work that close to bedtime. And then yogurts for me, Free and Light, Greek style yogurt, strawberry. We've got the small bottles of Diet Coke. Basically, there was no Diet Pepsi available unless you bought cans on the website. They did have Pepsi Max. John does not like Pepsi Max. I don't mind it, but John doesn't like Pepsi Max. He only likes Diet Pepsi. So we got Diet Coke, and they didn't have any 2-litre bottles of the Diet Coke, so these are the 1.25. So I got those. Dental sticks, mint dental sticks for Darwin and Gilly. Luncheon meat for Darwin and Gilly. We've got some almond milk with no sugars. Cucumbers, Ruben's favourite snack. Well, These and skips. Cucumber and skips, Ruben's favourite snack. I got some chicken stock cubes, sesame seeds. See, right, so this was like 90p for 50 grams, or you could buy a packet that had 100 grams for £1. But all the reviews said the packaging splits really easily, and basically said to buy this, and then when you've run out of this, buy the packet and fill it up, because I don't know, but I'm kind of guessing it's going to take me a long time to use all of these sesame seeds, so I don't really mind. I got some stir fry sauce in hoisin and garlic, coleslaw. I've got some sweet corn, kidney beans, chopped tomatoes. We got some snacky bar things, Kellogg's Rice Krispie bars. I really like those because I'm a child. Oh, these looked nice. Protein oat boost grays, peanut butter and chocolate. These were on offer. I think they were like £1.50. And I haven't been to a Home Bargains or B&M in a while, so I have to buy the proper Fibre One bars. Birthday cake variant of these are my favourite. You can get, I think, a Mo Farah version at B&M, and then Home Bargains have their own version as well. The birthday cake variety is my favourite. But yeah, so I've not been to one of those bargain stores recently, so I've had to pay for the branded one. I've done all of that. There's my pop. We've got some cream, single cream, some mozzarella, some cheddar biscuits, tea cakes for Ruben. He loves these toasted. Then we've got some baby potatoes, and then there's jacket potatoes, some British potato carrot swede mash, some bread, white Danish bread. There's my flowers again. Baby corn was a substitute. I ordered the multi-pack where it's baby corn with Monge 2, and they substituted that. These are blimmin' divine. Cheese and garlic stuffed mushrooms, yes mates. Proper corns, sweet and salty. Ruben's skips. Bag of salad. Bag of spinach. Spinach was a substitution. I ordered a different type of spinach. It's absolutely fine. Apples. Ham. Wraps. Diced butternut squash and sweet potato. I'm going to make a soup on Sunday. Pork loins. Heck, chicken mince. I wanted turkey mince, but they didn't have any available online. And they recommended this. I know people lose their mind over the Heck sausages if they do Slimming World, because apparently they're like really good sins or something. I'm going to make a chili out of this, so it doesn't really matter what it tastes like because it's going to have a heck load of seasoning on it. But yeah, this giant thing was like on offer. Quite sure it was like £2, really cheap. Steak for John. Chicken. So I had ordered 2 packets of chicken thigh fillets, and they substituted one of them. They supplied one and substituted one with mini fillets. It's fine. Avocados were substitutes. I ordered avocados, but I ordered the ripe at home. They substituted it for ripe and ready. I think I've already said the carrots. We've got the corn pepperoni. I love this stuff. This is like the vegan pepperoni. I know I'm weird because I eat meat and I eat animal products, but I like this. So yeah, they haven't had it available to order online for my store in ages. It was. So I've got some cheese strings, and then this rather nice looking stir fry set, veg pack, 2 packets of mushrooms, ice gems, bananas and red onions. We've got some Laughing Cow light, we're at that point now where it's like we're buying the low-calorie cheese for me and the full-fat cheese for Ruben, and because obviously he eats a lot of cheese and dairy, and but he has to have the full-fat stuff because that's what they say for babies or toddlers. But I like this. The low-calorie stuff's okay. Then we got some cheddar, and I ordered, this is a substitution, I ordered like the wonky bag of peppers, which I think is like 70p, 80p, and they've substituted it for these quite fancy looking sweet baby bell peppers, which I don't have a problem with. Most of these are for Ruben to snack on and maybe to chuck in a couple of the other meals. The only worry is that once Ruben's had the fancy ones to snack on, he might not go back to the normal ones. Some spring onion, fish fingers, Linda McCartney, duck, and some frozen mixed berries. And that is this week's groceries. Relatively healthy. I have to be completely honest, we are not in full diet mode. I know, like the rest of the world, everyone goes on a diet in January, and I have very much been part of that bandwagon in the past. I'm not anti-diet. It can change your life. If I never lost all of that weight, you know, who knows if IVF would have worked for us. So but our kind of plan at the moment is bringing healthy foods in, or lower in like saturated fat and stuff, bringing good choices into the house, but we're not like throwing away the stuff that we already have. So like I still have Christmas ice cream in the freezer, and we still have like a lot of brie, and like there are picky bits, so it's just kind of still using that, but then eating it alongside healthier choices. And then once that's gone, it'll probably be Valentine's Day and I'll be ready to fill the house with chocolate again. But yeah, we've still very much got Christmas chocolate in, and there's still biscuits and cheese and things. But it's only like, is it the 5th? The 6th today? It's the 6th of January today, so, you know, I haven't gone back to work yet. I don't go back to work till the 10th, so I'm still in Christmas mode, even though the decorations are gone. But yes, that is the world's longest food haul. I hope you're all okay, doing well, staying safe. I feel slightly obligated that I should make a COVID comment on every one of these videos, but people are bored of it after all these years. But it's like, I don't really understand what's going on at the moment. The numbers of infection are quite scary, but I think, I don't know, it doesn't feel like as a government, the government or as a country, we're reacting enough when you see like what other places like New Zealand and stuff are doing. But I suppose they have a plan. They are supposedly cleverer people than me. But yeah, it's like this whole work from home. If you can work from home, but nobody seems to be working from home. Everybody seems to have gone back to their office. Like, I work from home because that's my contracted place to be, but very few of my friends are currently working from home. They're all back in their offices, and then going off sick because they've caught stuff. So I don't know. But yeah, whatever your situation is, I hope you are feeling safe. Take care, guys, and I will talk to you in the next one. Bye.